We're at the Ferzey Clinic for our segment on complementary and alternative medicine, and today we're going to talk to Dr. Joe about your first visit to the chiropractor. So Dr. Joe, today you're going to tell us about your first visit to the chiropractor. So who typically comes to the chiropractor?
You know, in Iowa, we have a higher utilization than across the country because Iowa is actually where chiropractic began. D.D. Palmer opened the first chiropractic college in the world right here in Iowa. Typically, we get patients who are on their feet all day or have physical jobs, but really it could be anyone, men, women, young, old, tall, short. Pretty much there's enough back pain and neck pain for everybody.
So besides those typical ailments, why do people use chiropractors?
Well, back pain and neck pain, of course, mostly, but any joint in the body. So we have patients with elbow, wrists, knees, hips, ankles, also tingling, numbness. Those are the majority of things, and of course, headaches. We do a great job with the most common types of headaches.
So do all chiropractors use the same treatments?
No, there's actually a vast difference between chiropractors. The majority of chiropractors use a few different techniques, but actually there are over 100 different chiropractic techniques.
And what is it like going to the chiropractor for the first time?
Well, the very first thing is forms. Just like every doctor's office, you got to fill out some forms.
I hate forms.
Everybody does. And poor Kathy up at the front desk, she has to hear that from people. But they're very, very important. On the systems review form, there's information that actually helps us diagnose your condition. But even more importantly than that, we measure the way you fill these forms out, and we use them to determine whether you're getting better, whether you're staying the same, or whether you're getting worse, and then we can tailor the treatment to your problem.
So what do you do after the patients fill out the forms?
Well, then Kathy will probably bring you back to the examination room, and there we'll do some of the things that you're used to from a doctor's office, sort of tap on reflexes, and then some things that might be a little different for a chiropractor. We'll take a look at the height of your hips and shoulders and screen for scoliosis, those type of things. I'm going to have you walk on your heels, no toes touching the ground, just over toward the door there, Peter. That's just perfect, okay? Then turn around and walk back on your toes. Don't let your heels hit the ground. That's also perfect. Thank you. And I have a theory that this kneecap is connected directly to the laugh center of the brain, because people always laugh at this one. But we just basically tap the reflex. We make sure that all the nerves are working properly.
And I saw that you actually have an X-ray machine here.
Yes, we have right in the office if we need x-rays, and we're very proud we have a new digital x-ray system. Then we'll go ahead and take those films, and then after we take the films, on the subsequent visit, we'll sit down with you, put them up on the screen, and go over everything that's on those films. And not just if you have a broken bone or if you have pathology in the x-ray, but also the angles of the joints and the particular areas that might be causing your problem.
So that seems like a lot of stuff to do in one first visit, but can you get a treatment in while you do that?
Yes, actually we can. Typically, unless there's something complicating your particular case, we can take the x-ray and do a brief treatment. However, the next time you come back, when we show you that x-ray and go over it like I just mentioned, we'll also talk about the management of your case. And when I say management, I mean things like not just what you do here in the office, but certain things for home. In the office here, we might recommend chiropractic adjustments, and we'll talk about that in the next show. But also we might do traction, we might run ultrasound, we might use heat. There's a variety of things that we can do here aside from just the chiropractic adjustment.
And what do you usually suggest for patients for home care?
Well, every patient on that first visit will get a sheet that outlines what we talk about, because a lot of times it's not just that they have a problem, but they keep re-injuring it with something they may not even know that they're re-injuring it. So we give them a sheet that talks about when they're driving in their car, when they're sleeping, the proper positions for those things, maybe some gel to rub on, biofreeze, that type of stuff.
So you actually have a lot more to tell us about your first visit to the chiropractor, and you're going to tell us about that next time you're on the show.
That's exactly right. Next time we'll really focus on what an adjustment looks like, what that treatment by a chiropractor looks like.
So if you want to learn more about the Ferzey Clinic, make sure to call them or go to their website at ferzeyclinic.com.